That's crazy. Someone is always going to have something to say. That is a good friend. I'm in love now. That's like a major red flag. I was waiting until I was 21. Like what? Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be doing a little girl talk chit chat kind of video. I don't know, I just feel like I wanted to sit down and just kind of have like a personal one-on-one type of video with you guys. As you can tell, I have no makeup on, so we are going to be doing a little get ready with me for the day. It's currently 9 a.m. so let's do our makeup, get ready for the day, and have a little chit chat. I did already skin prep, so we're just gonna put some primer on. We're going in with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I have no idea as to why I bought the mini one and I could have just bought the full size. I just think the size of the bottle really appealed to me because it's so cute and mini. Now we're going in with the Lancome Ultra Wear Foundation. I'm just gonna put this under my eyes. So the first question we're gonna start with is how to make genuine friends in your 20s. So as you guys know, I just turned 20 back in January, so I'm like freshly new to being 20. I feel like once you do get older with age, it's just so much harder to make real and genuine friendships because like one, it's different for me because I'm not in college, so this can kind of cater to people that graduated high school and no longer in like a social atmosphere, because I'm certainly not, because I did not go off to college, and I feel like that's a great way to make friends. Obviously, like you're gonna get a roommate, like you may or may not join a sorority, so you can make friends through there. I would say the number one thing would definitely be putting yourself out there. It's definitely intimidating. It's very scary, especially when you're shy. I am such an introvert, so trying to put myself out there and like talking to new people is like so freaking scary. I am friends with a lot of people I went to school with. So for example, one of my girlfriends, we actually went to school together when I was in 8th grade. Okay, that's so long ago. She reached out to me and then we started hanging out and just reconnected, and now we're really good friends. I think it all really comes down to social media. Like you really just have to reach out. I feel like in today's day and age, maybe going to like a coffee shop or join a Pilates class or a running group. Obviously the gym, I feel like that's a good way to meet people. Also, like if you make friends, those friends are going to introduce you to their friends. Yes, being in your 20s and making friends is really hard, but I think over time, those genuine friends will eventually show up and you'll definitely meet those people. You just kind of have to give it time. Now we're moving on to contour. I'm using the Tarte Maneater in the shade Sundown. This next question is a very good question because it definitely is something I struggle with, and I feel like other people might too, just because I feel like there's a lot of people pleasers in the world, and I am unfortunately one of them. How do you deal with people's perceptions of you? I feel like with social media, it's just really hard nowadays to not care what other people think because you will never please everyone. Someone is always going to have something to say. Doesn't matter if you're a good person, doesn't matter if you donate $1 million to charity, someone is still gonna hate you no matter what. This is kind of random, but this TikTok came up in my For You page. I reposted it on my account. I just want to share this because I feel like everyone should listen to this. It's a little slideshow, so let me read this to you, because when I read this, I was like, oh my gosh, like that's how my mindset needs to be. This is the reason people hate on you. An athlete won't judge you for working out. A millionaire won't judge you for starting a business. A musician won't judge you for trying to play a song, but the people going nowhere always have something to say. I don't know, when I read that, it just really resonated with me and kind of just like changed my mindset, so hopefully it can help you guys and other people that are watching. The way I look at it is that the people that are commenting, judging you, hating on you, they're taking time and energy and effort out of their life and their day to say those things about you. If you're not spreading hate, you're not being a negative person and tearing other people down, you're doing a lot better than those haters. So I don't think you have anything to worry about. That's kind of why I stopped caring, because I'm not the one that's tearing other people down. The next question is, what is your first period story? I guess we're gonna get a little TMI. Periods are normal, so it's nothing to be ashamed about. I think I actually have a dedicated video to my first period on my channel years ago. I filmed it like when we first moved to Florida. That's crazy. Let's run it back all the way to 4th grade. Guys, getting your period in 4th grade is like traumatic. Why am I a 4th grader dealing with a period? Yes, I got my period when I was really young. I believe it was the summer after 4th grade. I was going into 5th grade. So at the time I was visiting my biological father because I was young, so my dad still had visitation rights. And unfortunately, I got it when I was at my grandpa's house. So during the week, my dad had to work. So my grandpa babysitted me because my grandma was also working. So it was just me and him. I was laying in my grandma's bed because my stomach was hurting so bad. I remember going to the bathroom and, you know, I peed and blood came out. And I'm pretty sure like I freaked out. And then I ended up calling my mom, of course. And, you know, she kind of gave me the gist of everything. It was so embarrassing though, just being with my grandpa. Like I do remember feeling like embarrassed and just shy because like my grandpa's a guy guy. So obviously my grandpa knew. He gave me a heating pad. I used a pad for the first time. Stomach was still hurting, and my grandpa was like, do you want to go get some ice cream? So we went to Dairy Queen and I got ice cream, and he was so sweet about it. So yeah, that's basically how I got my first period. My boyfriend hates when I'm with my friends or doing anything without him. Advice. That's like a major red flag. Yes, when you have a significant other, you become really close and you do everything together, and your life becomes conjoined with his. And I feel like that's when a lot of people lose their sense of independence. I feel like that's why a lot of relationships kind of go through like a really rough patch. For me at least, I feel like independency is just so important, because when you're with someone 24/7, it's gonna cause arguments. It's gonna cause a rough patch. And when I say it's like a red flag, I only mean that in like the other person is just like really dependent on you. And I feel like that's also like really controlling. Like he's trying to make you feel guilty for going out and having fun and hanging out with friends. Like I just don't think that's like, I don't think that's fair. Like you are allowed to have an outside life outside of your relationship. Like that's just how it has to be. Like that is a law. That is a rule. And if your partner doesn't allow you to have an outside life that doesn't involve him or her, I think there needs to be a conversation and you need to set some boundaries. My advice is that there definitely needs to be some boundaries set. You should be able to go out with your friends. You should be able to hang out. You should be able to do stuff without them. If they don't let you, I honestly don't think it's worth it, because I think it's low-key kind of toxic and it's just plain manipulation, honestly. This is a very good question, and I kind of want to put my 2 cents out there. Do you think it's okay for your boyfriend to have Instagram model crushes? This is a very controversial topic because I feel like some people agree, some people don't agree. Me personally, I'm kind of like in between. I don't care who my significant other follows, but there comes a point where if he has a following list of like 1,000 people and they're all girls, and they're girls that he doesn't even know, and they don't follow him back, I just think it's kind of like disrespectful. Because if you love me, you only have eyes for me, then why are you like entertaining those girls? Because like the way I look at it from my perspective as being a girl, when a guy follows me on Instagram, likes my photos, maybe likes my Instagram stories, to me it's showing that he is single and he is interested in me and he's trying to entertain and like start something up. So I feel like it goes the same way for guys. If a guy is following a girl and like he's liking her pictures and commenting or liking her stories and just kind of keeping up with her, it just doesn't sit right with me. Everyone has different boundaries. People can agree with me, people don't have to agree, and that's okay. That's just how I feel. And if you don't feel the same way, that's totally okay too. I'm like going on a rant that I totally forgot to do my makeup. Sorry, we're gonna do my eyebrows. But anyways, but I just don't really think that there's a reason for your significant other to follow a bunch of random people that, one, don't even follow him back. That's the most embarrassing part, is that they don't follow him back. Like what? You literally look like a fan. I'm definitely not sitting here saying that your significant other can't follow other people or other girls. I could care less, but it comes down to the point where if his following list is like over 1,000 and they're all girls, that's a different story. And I just think in some situations that it's disrespectful. That's all. Also, I think if you go to your boyfriend and you ask him to unfollow another girl because you don't feel comfortable with him following her, things are weird, there's rumors that they dated, whatever the reason might be, you don't feel comfortable with him following her, I think that's totally okay. I don't think it's controlling. I don't think that it's toxic. I think that it's really just setting boundaries. And if your boyfriend loves you as much as he says he does, he should immediately unfollow her. If he doesn't, and he has a problem with it and he argues about it, girl, run. I don't know what to tell you, but I would probably break up with him. I think if someone truly loves you as much as they say they do, they would do anything for you to make you feel better. And if something makes you uncomfortable, they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't follow them. And I think that's what a healthy relationship is. And if they have a problem with you setting boundaries, like that's on them and you deserve better. So that's my 2 cents with the whole thing. Okay, we need to do mascara. This is our second to last step. The next question is, have you fallen in love before? If so, what did it feel like? That's just like a sweet question. I love that. I guess I could say that I've fallen in love recently. Like I'm in love now. How to describe it? Oh my gosh, I don't know. How do you describe love in words? It's really just a feeling. Like when you know, you know. Like that saying is so true. All I could really say, describe it in words, is that you just feel safe and at home and you're just content. I used to not be content with my life and myself, the people in it, where I was going. Now I'm just kind of whole as a person. My boyfriend kind of just filled a void in my life. He's given me everything that I've been needing. It's also a very very calming feeling too, because I'm in like one of the healthiest relationships I've ever been in. So I guess that's the best way to describe it. It's just a really good feeling, and I hope everyone that's watching this video can experience a love like that where it's truly just so healthy. And the next question is, what qualities make a good friend? Honestly, I feel like the number one thing is if they make time for you. If it's like a one-sided relationship and you're always putting effort and energy into the friendship and they're not giving you the time of day, I don't think that's a good friend. The next quality I would say is probably communication. If they can't communicate how they feel, like, I'm not gonna put up with that. In a sense, like, say you guys get in an argument and you make your friend mad and your friend ignores you for a day, 2 days, a week, and is waiting for you to apologize and for you to say something first. I don't really think that's a good friend, because a good friend would want to work it out with you and they would want to make things right. I just think communication is really important within a friendship and also like a relationship with a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Everyone knows that communication is key. Also, another one, this is a very random one, but I feel like, say you're sick and you're in the hospital. Like, I was just in the hospital for my sis, and it really showed me like who my good friends are, like who are my genuine loyal friends, because they were always checking up on me. Like, they were always texting me, hey, like, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Do you need anything? And I had my cis problem going on, and I was like in and out of the doctors, at the hospital, just in pain and literally struggling. One of my girlfriends texted me every morning, making sure I was okay, making sure she got updates from me, making sure I was alive. She's literally the best person ever, and that is a good friend. I know it's random because not everyone is in the hospital or sick 24/7, but if your friends are always checking in on you and making sure that you're okay mentally, physically, it just shows that they care about you, and that is such a good quality. Here is how the makeup is looking, and it actually looks really good. We're gonna move on to our last and final step, and that is putting white on our waterline. So that means one last question, and that is main tips for good hygiene. So I don't really have like any products, but this is something that I recently just had done, and I feel like this is something a lot of other girls could hear, and it might be a little TMI, but I just got my first ever pap smear. Yeah, horrifying. Okay, I was waiting until I was 21 to get my first pap smear, but no, I just got it done when I was dealing with the whole cyst thing, just so many problems down there. My doctor really just recommended me getting one done, and I was like, what? Sure, I'll totally just get a pap smear. Like, I was not ready for that at all, because we're taught that it's like the most horrifying thing ever, and it's so painful. It's just scary. And yes, it's scary. Obviously, getting your first one done is horrifying. Like, I was sweating bricks. When I got it done, it's actually not bad. It was not painful whatsoever. Like, yes, it's a little uncomfortable, but it honestly does not hurt as bad as I thought it was gonna hurt. And that's why I was so scared, because it's like this big metal clamp just going in, and like, that's horrifying. Okay, so if you're a girl that's like procrastinating getting one done, coming from me that just got one done, you'll be totally fine. You're like in and out. Like, it takes maybe a minute and it's done and over with. As long as you're comfortable with your doctor and whoever you're going to, just make sure that they walk you through everything, because mine did, and that made me feel so much better. So you could say that's my advice. Hey, the makeup is done. Here is the finished look. I just did my everyday, nothing spectacular. I'm not going anywhere fancy, but it actually looks really good, and I feel so much better. I was a little ugly in the beginning. Now I look more like myself. But anyways, I love doing these types of videos, and I try to answer different ones because I know we have filmed this video before. Whoever's watching this, I just hope one person can take something from this video, because that's just my end goal. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon back for more videos. Bye guys. Mwah.